on my wife's birthday, while the candles still flickered on the cake, my son-in-law stood up with a glass of wine and announced in front of everyone that I was nothing but a burden. That this family carried me like dead weight, that I should be ashamed just sitting at the table. Laughter froze. Forks stopped mid-air, and my wife's smile cracked as silence dropped like a stone. My daughter kept her eyes on her drink, refusing to defend me, while my granddaughter's small hand tugged at my sleeve and whispered, "Don't answer yet." His smirk widened as he mocked me further, saying I had given nothing, built nothing, that even this house was not mine. But didn't he see the small brown package on the table with handwriting that only I recognized, the shaky loops that once gave me strength in the darkest days? Nor did he know about the folder an unexpected guest would soon deliver, filled with papers I had hidden for years, proof of every sacrifice turned into power. When I laid the first page on the table, the room gasped. My name written across the deed to the very house we sat in. His glass trembled in his hand, but still he laughed too loudly. Claiming forgery, mocking me again, demanding I admit I was worthless. I stayed silent, waiting, because silence sometimes shouts louder than words. Then I revealed the second page, the inheritance document, the numbers that even I had not dared to speak aloud. My wife's tears fell freely, my daughter's hands shook, and my son-in-law's face turned pale as his own arrogance collapsed. But instead of stopping, he erupted, pounding the table, shouting that nothing had changed. That money meant nothing. That I was still weak. And that was when I finally stood, my voice calm, cutting sharper than his rage, reminding him and everyone else that weakness is humiliating others to feel tall. That silence is not emptiness but power waiting for its time. The guests stared. My wife's sister whispered that they had all known. My daughter pulled her hand away from him. And my granddaughter squeezed mine as if to say the tide had finally turned. He slammed his fist on the wall, desperate, screaming that I couldn't turn them against him. But the truth had already spoken, and the family's eyes no longer looked at him the same. The silence that followed wasn't mine anymore, it was his. The silence of a man who realized too late that his lies had cracked wide open. Yet even then, with the documents spread across the table and his mask shattered, I knew the night was not finished, because the worst of it was still to come.